Hi, I'm Nick Krauss. I'm a sophomore, and I do an activity called Policy Debate, where two teams of two people come together to debate different policy options. There's kind of a broad topic for the year, and we kind of have a competitive debate over what the United States should do towards a certain thing. So it's kind of like one team is proposing a bill, and the other team is saying like why that bill would be a bad thing if it were to theoretically happen in the world. So each debate is made up of two teams of two people, and each person speaks twice. There are four constructives where teams introduce new evidence and the research that they've gathered throughout the year, and then there are four rebuttals where each team rebuts the other person's evidence and kind of talks about why they should win the debate and why their kind of idea of how policymaking should happen is better. So for each year, there's a different topic that kind of guides the research and guides what kind of bills each team kind of promotes in the debate. And this year, the topic is about the United States' engagement in space and how we should engage with other countries like Russia and China in space. And then once all of those speeches happen at the end of the debate, the judge will make a decision, because there's a judge that takes notes on the whole debate, and they'll decide who they think presented a better policy or rebutted the other team's policy better. What makes a good debate, in my experience, has been kind of when two teams come really prepared to be able to debate. So a lot of kind of debate happens outside of kind of the competitive tournaments themselves, but rather in kind of producing the research necessary to be able to effectively debate. So teams put hours of research into researching very nuanced parts of whatever their policy is or whatever the topic is. And I would say that a lot of debate comes in that research, comes in that kind of formulating your arguments and thinking strategically about kind of how to deploy your arguments and prepare for other teams and what they have to say. So I think kind of the purpose of debate and its value as an activity is kind of twofold. First, it teaches students kind of how to conduct research more efficiently and more thoroughly, and it really provides you with the tools needed to be an efficient researcher into the future. But it also kind of promotes kind of a good forum for deliberation. A lot of people are pretty dogmatic in their assumptions, and I think debate forces you to be able to take both sides of an issue and kind of deconstruct both sides of whatever the topic is. And I think that's really valuable and something that doesn't happen a lot in just common discourse on a day-to-day basis, but rather I think it's kind of a unique form in that sense.